Have you ever wondered why most people never get rich, even if they save money for years? It's not about luck. They just give up one step before their money starts working for them. Today, I'll reveal the 7,531 rule that will change your view on capital forever. Watch until the end to see when your pennies turn into millions. Before we start, subscribe to the channel and leave a comment. Have you ever managed to save money for more than a year? Most people call compound interest magic, but in reality, during the first few months, you only see pennies. This usually leads to nothing but disappointment. A year passes, then another, and the balance on your account barely moves. At this point, you see your friends buying new cars or going on vacations. You feel strange, like you're doing everything right, but your life looks worse than the lives of those who just spend every cent. The math that makes people millionaires is tricky. In the early years, it makes you feel like you're wasting your time. It's like growing a tree. You water the ground for months, but don't see even a tiny sprout. This is exactly when 90% of people take their money and buy something useless. So, the first number in the rule is 7. 7 years is the minimum time you must stay in the game before the profit becomes noticeable. This isn't a random number. It is a foundation proven by decades of stock market history. Imagine you invested $10,000 at a 10% annual return. After 1 year, you have $11,000. That's only $1,000 in profit. You realize you could have earned that money in a week at a regular job without cutting back on your spending all year. After 2 years, you have a bit more than $12,000. After 5 years, it's about $16,000. 5 years of discipline and saving, and only $6,000 in profit. Most people quit right here. They say, "This doesn't work. My neighbor made more on crypto in a week." But if you wait until the 7th year, real magic begins. Your $16,000 turns into almost $20,000. You pass the threshold where the annual profit becomes larger than your first steps. Your income curve finally starts to shoot upward. By the 20th year, those same $10,000 turn into $67,000, and you haven't added a single cent. This is exponential growth. It looks flat for a long time and then hits the sky. The 7th year is the tipping point you just need to wait for. The second number of our rule is 5. This is the number of categories you should divide your money into. You can't put everything in one basket, even if it's the best company in the world. Diversification isn't about max profit, it's about not quitting during a panic. The third number of the rule is 3. It means you shouldn't spend more than 3% of your total capital on a single idea or asset. This is your shield against fatal mistakes. Even if this asset fails completely, your main portfolio remains safe. The final number is 1. This is your first big goal, 1 million, or the first amount that fully covers your basic needs. When you reach this one, the rules change. Now, you don't work for money. The capital generates enough profit that work becomes a choice. The hardest part isn't the math, it's your emotions. Imagine the market drops by 20%. Your savings are melting away. This is when most people panic and sell. But the rich know this is just a seasonal sale. They buy more while others run away. Let's look at a real example. You want a new Tesla for $50,000. If you buy it now, it will be worth $25,000 in 5 years. If you invest that $50,000 using the 7,531 rule, in 10 years it turns into $130,000. That's the price of today's comfort versus tomorrow's freedom. In the 10th year of investing, something incredible happens. Your annual profit from capital begins to exceed the amount you save monthly from your salary. This is the moment the machine starts. Now it drives itself, and you just give it a little push with new deposits. Many people stop when the first serious money appears. They start buying expensive watches, Gucci clothes, or dining at elite restaurants. This is a trap. They want to look rich instead of being rich. Real wealth is the numbers in your account, not the labels on your shirt. By the 15th year, you stop checking your balance every day. You no longer worry about news or exchange rates. Your system is so stable that small market fluctuations don't matter anymore. You feel something money can't buy, peace of mind for your future. The biggest mistake beginners make is looking for tools that promise 100% profit in a month. That's a path to losing everything. The 7,531 rule is based on reliable tools like the S&P 500. It's slow and boring, but it's guaranteed to lead to results. Look at your 5 closest friends. If they only spend and complain about life, it will be incredibly hard for you to stick to the plan. Find people who are also building their capital. Supporting each other during hard times is what keeps you from giving up. 20 years have passed. Your first $10,000 are now a capital that can support you for the rest of your life. You look at those who laughed at your savings 20 years ago. Now they have to work to survive, while you can travel or be creative. Many people think compound interest is just about adding money. In fact, it's a snowball. Imagine rolling it down a hill. The first 10 meters, it barely changes, but halfway down, every turn makes it twice as big. Never stop this ball without a real emergency. Why exactly 7 years? It's the average economic cycle. During this time, the market survives both crashes and booms. If you've lasted 7 years, you've passed the baptism of fire. Now you're an investor who isn't afraid of news headlines. Let's remember the number 5. How should you divide the money? The first basket is big company stocks. The second is bonds for stability. The third is real estate. The fourth is cash for crises. And only the fifth is for risky ideas. This makes you invincible. You might be an investment genius, but if you don't consider taxes, you lose half your magic. A smart investor uses legal ways to minimize them, special accounts or long-term holding. Every dollar you don't give to taxes works for your compound interest. Back to the number 3. Why not put 50% into one super stock? Because no one knows the future. Even giants can fall. The 3% limit ensures that no single mistake or company crash will make you start from zero. This is the price of your safety. Many people just keep money under a mattress. Inflation is an invisible thief that steals 5–7% of your buying power every year. In 10 years, your money turns into paper. Investing with the 7,531 rule is the only way to outrun this thief. The first million is the hardest. To earn it, you need years of discipline. But did you know that the second million is earned 3 times faster? The math works so that the biggest effort is needed only at the start. Once the 1 is reached, you're a pro. Imagine a day when you wake up and realize your portfolio earned more yesterday than you will spend in a month. That is true freedom. You no longer have to tolerate a bad boss or boring meetings. You can spend time on family or hobbies because your money has done its job. Wealth is not just about money. It's about mindset. When you master the 7,531 rule, you can teach it to your children. This is the best legacy you can leave, not just capital, but the instructions on how to create and keep it for generations. You can close this video and forget everything you heard. Or you can open your first account today and put your first $10 in. Remember, time is your main asset. Don't wait for the perfect moment. Start your 7-year countdown right now. Motivation will help you start, but only discipline will make you continue. There will be months when the market stands still and you want to quit. In those moments, remember the 7-year rule. This is a marathon. Your ability to act without emotion is what makes you a pro. The other extreme is oversaving. If you deny yourself everything, you'll burn out in a year. The 7,531 rule teaches balance. Live on what's left after investing. Don't invest what's left after living. Find an amount you can save without pain, and you'll reach the end. The world is constantly changing. Don't get stuck in one country or one currency. Your capital must be global. When you own stocks of the world's biggest companies, you become part of global progress. Your money works where innovation is happening right now. Do you know how a person feels when their passive income covers their rent? This is the first level of real security. You are no longer threatened by firing or crisis. You've already won the basic level of the game. From here, every dollar just brings you closer to absolute freedom. In the world of finance, the tortoise always beats the hare. The hare looks for quick wins, risks everything, and often loses. The tortoise just moves forward. Compound interest loves boring people. Be boring with your investments so your life can be exciting. The biggest mistake is thinking you have plenty of time. Every year of delay at the start costs you hundreds of thousands in the future. The difference between starting at 20 and starting at 30 is not just 10 years. It's a massive difference in final wealth. Stop blaming the government, the economy, or low wages. Your financial future is your responsibility alone. The 7,531 rule works regardless of who is in power. It's based on the laws of math, and math doesn't care about politics. Take control. Learning to wait is the hardest skill in the 21st century. But capital doesn't like haste. Your money needs to ripen like good wine. Learn to enjoy the process of watching your financial fortress grow stronger every day. In a few years, your mindset will change forever. You'll start seeing opportunities where others see problems. You will become calmer and more confident. Wealth is not about how much you can buy, but about how many future options you have. This was the first part of your journey. The 7,531 rule is now in your hands. Use it wisely, be patient, and never give up. I believe in your success. See you in a financially free future. Goodbye.